The Musar children who join the school have to join in not even class 1, but in preschool class. Because the village schools they go to, or they do not go to because it's not good enough, cannot provide them even basic education. And unless the foundation is strong, quality education remains a pipe dream. A child will not be able to absorb quality education. And therefore, all the admissions are not even in class 1, but in preschool class. That is to say that Musar children of 6 to 7 years of age are admitted to Shoshit Samadhan Kendra. You'll ask me this question that normally the belief is that Musar parents do not like to send their children to school. How is it that Shoshit Samadhan Kendra is able to attract children as young as 6 to 7 years to leave their villages and come to Patna and join the school? The reason is that all parents, whether educated or uneducated, would like their children to be educated. If Musar children do not go to school villages, it's not because their parents do not want their children to be educated, but because the village school does not provide education. And therefore they feel that why send the children to a school and permit him to waste time? It's better that they learn the trade in which the parents are, that is to work on the fields. And that to me is quite a sensible and a cogent argument. Therefore, it's a myth that children of poor community, deprived community, do not like to send their children to school. Initially, of course, I had problems in convincing Musar parents to allow their children to come to Patna and live in the school as resident students. But this was so only for the first 2 years. Once the word spread in the community that Shoshit Samadhan Kendra really provided scope for quality education, I have had no difficulty in recruiting children for the school, even from villages back of beyond, the most backward and faraway villages of Bihar. There are students in the school from Aradia, Purnia, Champaran, Madhubani, Rohtas, Jamui, all far-off districts, many of them the most backward districts and areas of India. Such is the eagerness, even among Musar parents, to get their children educated and change their future. It's not good enough for Shoshit Seva Sangh to see these children through the school. That will be work half done. It's important to support them in universities as well, in institutions of higher learning. It's only after they graduate from institutions of higher learning that they will be able to make that quantum jump necessary to become catalyst of change. It's only when they jump from the lowest rungs of the socio-economic ladder to the higher rungs of the socio-economic ladder that they will be empowered to bring about a change, not only within their family, but also in their community. Imagine the cascading effect that will have if in hundreds Musar children, Musar students make that quantum jump. It will ensure a cascading effect. It will ensure permanent change in the profile of the Musar community. What has not happened in 3,000 years, maybe, God willing, be achieved in 30 or 40 years. And what is 30 or 40 years in the life of a nation? Not even 30 or 40 seconds in the life of an individual. That is the power of this project, to bring about a silent revolution to change the socio-economic condition of a community which has languished in abysmal poverty for centuries. I hope that this happens, and if it does, it will become a model for bringing about transformational change in neglected, exploited communities in India, and perhaps not only in India, but all over the world. Such is the message that can emanate from this project if it achieves its goals and ideals. Since 2007, the number of students has steadily increased, and in 2015 there are 370 Musar students in this residential school. The school has the capacity to accommodate 500 to 600 children. And over the next 2 to 3 years, hopefully, we shall have the resources to have 500 to 600 children in this school. If God so wills, we will be able to build 2 more stories, add 2 more stories to the present building, and then double the capacity, hopefully in the next 10 to 15 years. In other words, the school could accommodate and impart education to 1,000 Muslim children in another 10 to 12 years. What inspires all of us connected with this project is the great transformation that the opportunity that SSK provides brings about in the Musar children. Whether it be in the field of painting, in the field of course, in academics, in theatre, the talent, that hidden talent once exposed, is something any school in India would be proud of. They are able to absorb education, though they are first generation learners, they are able to absorb education of highest quality. You should see their performance on the stage, as good as it would be in any school in India. Their confidence, and then they realize that they have to be the catalysts of change. You know, many people, not one, several people told me that, Mr. Sinha, how do you ensure that these children, after having received quality education, after having made that quantum jump in life, after having acquired a completely new lifestyle, how and why will they remain connected with their community? Yes, that was a question mark. But all the indicators that I have seen gives me the assurance and the belief that these children are going to acquire quality education will definitely have a change of personality, but they will use it to bring about a change in their community. They will use it for the upliftment of their community. Even those children who have been in the school for 6 to 7 years now and live in a completely different environment are happy to go to their homes during holidays. And sometimes they come late because they want to extend their stay at home. They continue to be loving and caring children. And that's what gives me hope, that when they grow up, they shall become catalysts of change in their community. They shall work for change and transformation of their community. Two of the children whom I started this project with are now in colleges. One is in St. Xavier's College, Patna, and the other is in the prestigious Central University of South Bihar, which is in Gaya. And both of them, I'm happy to say, are doing extremely well in college. I'm sure that their future is going to be bright. Important thing is to remember that these children, though they will be equipped with quality education, will have the advantage of reservations mandated by state and central government. For the first time, perhaps in the history of this country, that the balance of advantage will tilt in favor of the Musar children when they go out to seek a job.